Thank you for the applause. It's always nice to be applauded beforehand because afterwards, well, you never know. This is a short piece called 1,000 Apples in a Bowl. It has to be apples. 1,000 apples in a bowl. A good plan, and I would carry it out. Dr. Kramer had been very positive, if not actually inspirational, but the nuts and bolts of the plan were mine. I mean, the vision and the process of how I would make this thing work, how I would draw or paint 1,000 apples in a bowl. Now I'm being slightly disingenuous, and you're being over-literal. No, not actually 1,000 separate apples, but I would create a piece of art every day for a year, and in front of me now, I'm looking at a bowl with 3 apples in it. Draw or paint those apples every day for a year. Well, do the maths for yourself. That's over 1,000 apples, nearly 100 to spare. And yes, I will change the apples occasionally. This isn't going to be some kind of metaphysical meditation on ripening maturity and wizened decay. No, I'll keep changing the apples to retain the fruitful symbolism. That's why it has to be apples. They run right through our myths, history and cultural identity, don't they? An apple for the teacher. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. No offence, Dr. Kramer. Apple-cheeked and an apple as a source for scientific advance. Where would Isaac have been without his gala? Of course, you can flip this one over as well. A poisoned apple was the weapon of choice for countless fairy tale villains. It only takes one bad apple, doesn't it? Nevertheless, I will cover the whole range of emotional responses with delicate watercolours, detailed pencil sketches, sweeping lines of charcoal and sugar paper, and vibrant acrylics. Bring on the Bramleys, Granny Smiths and Pink Ladies, and I will present to you the human condition through 1,000 apples in a bowl. And now I'm pausing, because I'm thinking of William Tell. What kind of trick was that? Shoot an apple off your own son's head? I forget the full story, but at its heart is the worst kind of sadism, causing someone to imperil their own kids. Dr. Kramer's kids were smiling at me in the surgery. 2 brand new youngsters in one of those trendy, informal photographs, as though they'd been caught after some spontaneous horseplay. Good kids, honest and open. For an instant, I wanted to be Mr. Dr. Helen Kramer, partnering in bringing up those kids. It was just after she'd told me my best case scenario was 12 months. It struck me then that George Orwell had it wrong. It didn't lie with the proles. If there was any hope for the future, it lies with the likes of Dr. Kramer's kids. For myself, I'd draw those 1,000 apples in a bowl. That's it. Thank you very much. 10 days ago, Julie and I were in Washington. We're trailing around the museums and the monuments and the massive amount of history there is to see there. And of course, 10 days ago, it was very significant for America yet again, and another gun crime. And it really prompted this poem, which was written shortly afterwards. It's called A Prayer for the Souls of the American Dead. Regimented flags riffling in the Washington wind, polished marble, stone block memorials, and gazing into infinity pools prompt this summons to prayer. Prayer for the fathers, husbands, brothers, and sons who fell on Juno and gold. For the Joes at Pakichon, Osan, and Korea's Bloody Ridge. For the burning kids running naked down a Vietnamese street. For Wounded Knee, Gettysburg, and My Lai. Dr. King and the weary seamstress who sat on the bus with aching feet. For James Earl Ray, John Wilkes Booth, and Mark Chapman. Emmett and Mamie Till. For the women who spat poison at the girl going to school, and those who met the riders with baseball bats and dogs. And today, one day before the anniversary of 9/11, for the father of two, whose influence ended with a bullet in the neck. A supplication for the day when enough will be enough, and the tortured souls of the American dead find peace. Thank you very much.